Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. Ice Cube has once again called out New Line Cinema for basically holding up the Friday sequels that he wanted to make hostage. Basically, they won't write the checks for him to produce the movies and put them out, and they also won't let him personally finance the movies and take them to another movie company because basically they own the rights from when they acquired the first film back in 1995, which turned out to be a cult classic. So basically, Ice Cube is at a stalemate with New Line Cinema, which is owned by Warner Brothers, which bought New Line Cinema or acquired New Line Cinema when it merged with Turner Broadcasting. You know, when basically Ted Turner started selling off the Turner Broadcasting Network to primarily Warner Brothers. So basically, this is what's been going on for the last X amount of years. It's been like almost 20 years since the last time we had a Friday movie, which was Next Friday, which was, excuse me, was it, excuse me, Friday After Next, which came out in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And that was just like the last time. So basically, this is what's been going on. Ice Cube had a script. Basically, from what the reports were saying, everybody had agreed to return. And since then, John Witherspoon has passed and Tiny Zeus Lister has passed. So they definitely won't be in the movies if they was to find a way to get a Last Friday made. And there was also a rumor that Chris Tucker had agreed to come back on basically a cameo status. Basically, he didn't want to do a full length shoot, that maybe he would shoot a couple of scenes and that would just be the end of the story. But everybody, from what the reports were saying, everybody agreed to return, even Regina King. So if you want to know why they haven't made a sequel or Last Friday hasn't came out, well, it's because of Warner Brothers. And keep in mind, at John Witherspoon's funeral, Ice Cube flat out named names. But this is the problem. You know, you you create something and then these major film companies hijack it. They hold it hostage. They don't want to give you ownership of anything you create. And then they have this dictatorship that goes on with it also as well, to where they want to dictate when something can be made or if it can be made, whether you want to do it or not. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, I know people gonna start, say, well, Ice Cube should have did this and Ice Cube should have did that. At the end of the day, you gotta understand, this was 1995. Ice Cube probably didn't know the business. You gotta understand, just like he didn't know the record industry, how the record industry works, he definitely probably didn't know how the film industry works. You got to understand, it takes time to learn all this stuff about owning your rights, licensing, and all that kind of stuff. This was before Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? This was before guys like Tyler Perry, all these dudes, Kenya Barris. This was long before they came out. Keep in mind, Ice Cube had only been making movies for about 3 or 4 years. You know, so you have to understand, before you start popping off at the mouth about what somebody should have did, you need to go back and do your history. Because I remember all this stuff. And keep in mind, Friday was shot on a next to nothing budget. Okay. Keep in mind, they shot that movie in like 25 days. Okay. Ice Cube said they basically had to damn near do every scene perfectly. He said they didn't even have enough money to to you know, you know, uh redo scenes. So that just goes to show you. how shoestring budget that movie was. And then they went on to become successful franchises. But like I said, my thing is with Ice Cube, maybe Ice Cube should just get a lawyer and just take Warner Brothers to court and just sue them for ownership. And you already know what happens when you start taking people to court, then all of a sudden they want to cooperate. Because at the end of the day, Ice Cube and DJ Pooh came up with that story. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.